This is my third time recording this video, and it's like every single time I start recording it, something happens. So it's either a siren, a helicopter, there's a dog barking outside, and then the refrigerator just kind of like reset itself. So every single time I try to start this story, something happens, and I'm gonna push through, and y'all are gonna push through with me because I'm not doing it again. Let's go. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Liallure, and I'm back at it again with another video. If you are new to my channel, hey girl, hey, my name is Leah. I make videos, story times, hauls. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So it's like for the kids, you know the vibes. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey friend, how are you? I hope you're doing wonderful, fabulous, beautiful, amazing. So you guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, this is yet another story time. Happy story time Sunday, you guys. It is story time Sunday, everybody's favorite day of the week. And I'm back with another one because my life is messy. Y'all are here for it, I'm here for it. So you know, we're gonna do this together. We're gonna do this together. Now, this story is a story slash rant. See what I'm talking about? See, it's like every time I turn on my camera, there's a signal that goes out in Brooklyn that tells cars, motorcycles, ambulances, everything that I'm recording and to make as much noise as possible. I can't make this up, bro. I can't make this up. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so this story is a story time slash rant, and it is an incident that has two different parts. It's two separate incidents really, but it involves the same company and it happens around the same time period. So I decided to merge it into one story. I hope it's not confusing, but if it is, make sure you leave any comments down below and I'll make sure to clear anything up for you if that's what you want. Now, let's just jump right into it. If you're not new here, you know that a few weeks ago, I went to Jamaica with my boyfriend. I went to Jamaica for his birthday. This trip is something that I knew was coming months in advance. However, this is actually the first trip that I haven't planned as much as I usually plan. I'm the type of person that when you travel with me, I know what I need to wear, what I need to buy. I know the travel itinerary weeks in advance, not even weeks, months in advance. Just because I'm a type A person. Not only am I a type A person, but I'm very, very, very anxious. I'm an anxious person, okay? So I do all the things that I need to do to reduce my anxiety as much as possible when it comes to traveling. Like I just said, this is the first trip that I kind of didn't do things that way. Although we knew about this trip months in advance, for some reason, we really didn't start booking stuff until like, I want to say April. So with that being said, of course, we didn't have any excursions or nothing like that. I wanted to go on excursions, he wanted to go on excursions, but we decided that all we needed to do while we were in New York was decide what types of excursions we needed to do. And once we get to Jamaica, we'll actually book the excursion. So bet, right? That sounds fine. It sounds a little chaotic, but it sounds doable. We knew that we wanted to go on a catamaran cruise and we wanted to go to Martha's Brae. So that's the bamboo rafting. We, on May 11th, we were on this trip from May 10th to May 15th. Right, so the first day we got there, we obviously didn't want to do any excursions because we were going to be tired from traveling. We just wanted to, you know, chill, lounge around, eat some food, get a feel of the resort. So on May 11th, we sat in our hotel room and we decided to start planning these excursions. Because we were only there for a few days, we had to get, you know, started really soon because we wanted to do all the like lit shit during the weekend. May 11th, we're sitting down and we're on a travel booking website. This is a very popular travel booking website. I mean, honestly, it's only about 5 of them. So, you know, it's not much to choose from. But we were on a website that we were most familiar with. And this website rhymes with Interpedia. Yeah, so we were on this website, and for the purpose of story, we're gonna call this company Travelology, right? So we're on Travelology and we're looking up the different excursions that we wanted to do. I made sure I looked at the reviews before we left New York, so I knew already what company I wanted to use. I already knew what company I wanted to use. So on May 11th, we sat down in the hotel room and I get on Travelology and I'm booking this excursion. Like I said, May 11th is the day I booked the excursion, but the excursion was actually for May 12th. So the following day is when we wanted to go on this excursion. I book it for myself, I book it for my boyfriend, and then after that, I'm just sitting. Something tells me to call the company that you're going to be using to actually take this catamaran cruise and make sure they have your information so that you can get picked up that day. The way catamaran cruises work, I guess especially in Jamaica, is they pick you up from your resort, your hotel, whatever, and then y'all go to the destination and then they take you back. In order to pick you up from the location, they obviously have to know your information. Like, it has to be in the books, it has to be in the system. Because we were booking it the day before the excursion was supposed to happen, something told me to call them to make sure they had our information. I call them, I get on the phone, I'm like, hello, hi, my name is Leah, and I booked an excursion for tomorrow, the catamaran cruise, I'm telling her all the information. So she's looking it up in the system or whatever, and she's asking me like how I booked it. Was it directly through them or was it through a third party? I tell her it was from travelology.com. So she's like, oh, unfortunately, Travelology takes 24 hours to send us your information, so we wouldn't have your information on hand. That means that by the time you would have to be picked up from your hotel, it wouldn't even be 24 hours, so we wouldn't even be able to pick you up. So I'm like, damn, like, what should I do? She suggests that I actually call Travelology, I cancel my booking with them, and then I call her back and then book directly through them. Cool, no problem. So I call Travelology and I'm like, hey, sorry, I need to cancel the booking I just made for whatever reason. I don't even tell them, because I shouldn't have to tell you why I'm canceling the booking. There was no like, you have to cancel 10 hours in advance or you don't get your money back. It really wasn't like that. It was like free cancellation. So I call them, I tell them I need to cancel. They say no problem. They tell me that my refund will be processed in 6 to 10 days. Now, I actually need my money right now, so that's not gonna work for me. So I'm like, is there any way you guys can get this expedited? Like, I need to rebook this because the excursion is for tomorrow. The person online tells me, unfortunately, it's our policy. Like, it takes 6 to 10 days, especially with COVID going on. Like, it takes a longer amount of time to get your money back. So I'm like, okay, like, I can't be irrational or unreasonable about that. It's your policy, it's your policy, cool, whatever. I'm just gonna take $200 that I have and pay for the excursion. So I called the company back and I booked the excursion directly through them. The excursion happens, that was that, no problem. I get back to the US and I'm like, okay, 6 to 10 days, no problem. Like I said, the refund was processed May 11th, because that's the day I booked it. The same day I booked it is the same day I canceled it, which is the same day the refund was supposed to be processed. And I got an email about them saying your refund has been processed. It will be available to you in 6 to 10 days. Now, when companies usually say like you'll get your refund in like 6 to 10 days, what they mean is you'll get your refund in 6 to 10 business days. So I'm not counting Saturday and Sunday, right? So I'm counting the 6 days. So on May 23rd, I called them for another reason. And hold on, and I know this might get confusing, but really stick with me. I'm gonna jump into the other story about this company. Today is June 3rd. It's Friday, June 3rd. Last weekend was Memorial Day weekend. For literally like 2 months, I had planned with my boyfriend that we were going to go out of state to visit my family, go to a barbecue or whatever, and just chill. I didn't want to be in New York City because honestly, these days being in New York City gives me so much anxiety. Like, I decided we were gonna go to out of state or whatever to visit my family. He was okay with that. He didn't have any plans, so cool, we're gonna go, right? No problem. I booked a hotel for, I think it was like 1 night or 2 nights. I think it was 2 nights actually. I booked a hotel for 2 nights. I'm gonna put the screenshots on the screen, obviously. It was like a Holiday Inn Express because first of all, we weren't gonna be there for that long. The place had very, very, very good reviews, and I wasn't pressed about where we were gonna stay. Like, I really didn't need to stay at the Ritz-Carlton for 2 nights. Like, come on, please. I booked the hotel, right? I booked the Holiday Inn Express. The day that I booked this hotel, let me pull up my receipts too. So on May 22nd at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I booked my stay for the Holiday Inn Express. We were supposed to stay there from Saturday, May 28th until Monday, May 30th. That's the day we were gonna check out, right? So I booked the stay for 2 nights. Keep that in mind. May 22nd at 9:55 p.m. That's when I booked the shit. For some reason, the reason is not important, we decided that we weren't gonna go anymore, so we no longer needed the hotel. My boyfriend tells me, make sure you cancel it so they don't like charge the card again. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Now, mind you, this stay was a stay that we would have to pay when we got to the hotel. So we didn't pay in advance. It was like a pay when you arrive type of situation that Travelology offers. So I'm like, cool, no issue. They're not gonna charge me yet. I can cancel it, it's fine. When I booked this place, it told me that I had until May 27th to cancel it with no penalty. That's what it told me. So I'm like, No problem. That gives me ample time. So the day we decided to cancel and not go anymore was May 25th. So May 25th, I go on the website and I'm getting ready to cancel it, right? Why the is Travelology telling me that actually, no, you can't do that? You can't cancel it, because if you cancel it right now at this moment, it's too late in advance and the hotel is going to charge you the first night's fee plus other property taxes. What the fuck is you talking about? When you told me I had until May 27th, I get on and I start talking to an agent or whatever, and I'm gonna read you the messages. She says hi, this is Gabriella and I'll be happy to assist you with your request. I say hi, I need to cancel my upcoming booking, but it says that I'll be charged the first night's fee, which I don't understand because I have travel protection and was told that I have until May 27th for free cancellation. So then she asked me for my itinerary number and all of that. I give it to her. She says give me a second, like 5 minutes, and I'm gonna come back. Gabriella comes back and she says, thank you for waiting. We were able to see that this is the policy for your reservation. Cancellations are charges made after 6 p.m. local hotel time, Saturday, May 21st. May 21st, 2022 are subject to a hotel fee equal to 1 night's plus taxes and fees. If you fail to check in for this reservation, or if you cancel or charge this reservation or change this reservation after your check-in, you may incur penalty charges at the discretion of the hotel of up to 100% of the booking value. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. I just told y'all that I made this reservation on May 22nd, 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What the do you mean that I had until May 21st, 2022, the hotel's local time, to cancel it with no penalties? How was I supposed to cancel a reservation that wasn't made yet? Y'all are telling me I had the day before I booked the reservation to cancel it? Them niggas thought I was fucking Doctor Who. Like I was supposed to go back in time and figure this shit out and cancel it. How was I gonna do that? And then on top of that, when they're telling me, oh well, and if you don't show up, they're also going to charge you 100% of the booking value. So you're going to charge me damn near $300 if I don't show up when your booking reservation and your cancellation policy doesn't make any sense. You're going to charge me? Wrong. Yeah. So I'm like, I made the reservation on May 22nd at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It would have been impossible to meet the cancellation deadline, which is the day before I booked it. So she was like, oh, this policy is provided by the hotel directly. We can attempt to contact the hotel to cancel a reservation with no penalty. However, this will be subject to their decision. So I'm like, okay. Then Gabriella goes to ask me, may I know the reason for your cancellation? Why the does it matter? Why does it matter? I've never tried to cancel something and had the people ask me why I canceled it. This is not an Amazon return. I am not returning pants from Pretty Little Thing. Why are you asking me why I'm returning something? It is a booking for a hotel. I'm not going anymore. That's why I'm canceling it. I went ahead and I was like, you know what? F it. Call COVID. Now what? So she was like, noted, give me a moment to contact the hotel. So I'm like, okay. She comes back, she tells me the hotel is not available right now at the moment. However, we'll follow up on your case and send you a resolution by email within a period of 72 business hours. Please be on top of your email and spam folder. At first I was thinking, what the hell are you talking about? The hotel is not available at the moment. Isn't there supposed to be a manager there at all times just in case stuff with customers come up? Like, I just don't understand that. So I'm like, okay, weird, but I'm gonna call the hotel anyway because you know what she's talking about. So then after that, I'm like, 72 hours? 72 hours? Like, that shit don't make no sense. I just told y'all I contacted Travelology.com about this situation on May 25th. If I was supposed to check in on May 28th, that would have been 72 hours. They just told me that if I didn't show up, the hotel would charge me 100% of the booking fee. I'm clearly not gonna show up, and you're telling me that you're gonna get back to me the time I'm supposed to check in? Please let me know if I'm bugging in the comments. Am I bugging? Okay. So I go ahead and I'm like, I don't understand. 72 hours from what for 72 hours from now, I'm expected to check in the hotel. If I don't check in according to this policy, they'll charge me again. So she's like, I understand. However, the person at the front desk advised us to call back tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time. We'll do our best in order to provide the best solution as soon as possible. However, this is the timing for these types of requests. So once again, Travelology on that bullshit ass time frame. First it was the 24 hours for the excursion, and now it's 72 hours for them to get back to me. Okay, so I'm like, okay, so should I cancel it online because I'm gonna be charged either way. So she's like, don't do that, because if you do it, then we won't be able to help you. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Homegirl asked me, like a lot of agents, as soon as you're done with one situation, she's like, is there anything else I can help you with? Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. So I'm like, yeah. Actually, I said I canceled an excursion booking. I canceled an excursion booking on May 11th and was told that a refund was processed, which I should receive in 6 to 10 days, and I still haven't received said refund. She says, let me check on the details for you right now. She comes back and she says, upon checking the reservation, today is actually day 10. Due to an unprecedented volume of processing delays and like she's basically telling me that like there are delays in reimbursements, and thank you for my patience. First of all, I'm not patient, so I don't know what you're thanking me for, because I never said I was patient about it. I was actually very pissed about it, but I'm gonna wait though. She says, you're welcome, whatever. We end the conversation. After the conversation ended, I decided to actually call the hotel myself, because as they say, if you want something done, you do that shit yourself. So I call the hotel and I'm like, hello, hi. I tell them, can I speak to a manager, please? She's like, the manager's not here. I said, when is he coming back? She said, call back at 9 a.m. tomorrow, just like the girl at Travelology told me. So I'm like, cool, no problem. I'm gonna call y'all at 9:05, so that motherfucker better be there. So the next morning, May 26th, I call the Hilton. Someone picks up the phone. Let's say his name is Jared. Jared says, hi, this is Jared speaking. How may I help you? So I say, hi, Jared. I booked a reservation for May 28th and I would like to speak to a manager, please. He says, no problem. May I ask what you want to speak to the manager about? So I tell him the situation. I say that I booked a hotel. I booked 2 nights at your hotel for May 28th to May 30th, but I need to cancel it. Because I booked on Travelology, they're telling me that if I cancel right now, your hotel is going to charge me first night plus any fees and taxes on the property. He's like, what are you talking about? Jared, what you mean what I'm talking about? This your hotel. What you mean what I'm talking about? This is your policy. Travelology told me that you told him to tell me that if I cancel right now, they're gonna charge me first night plus property taxes. What the fuck you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? So he's like, ma'am, I've been working here 5 years and there is no such fee like that. There is no such rule, no policy, no nothing like that. He was like, actually, the incidental fee is only $10. Hold phone. So if the incidental fee is only $10, why are they telling me they're gonna charge me damn near $180? So he's like, yeah, exactly what did it say? So I'm telling him, like, they told me that if I cancel right now, you guys are gonna charge me the first night plus property taxes and fees. So he's like, no ma'am, never heard a policy like that. Does not exist. So he's like, give me a second and I'm going to ask my manager. So he goes away for like 2 minutes and he's like, yeah, we've never heard of a policy like that. That is not true. We don't charge you anything like that. So I said, that's interesting. That's interesting, because why the would Travelology tell me that? Who was that money going to? Because it wasn't the Hilton. It wasn't the Hilton. Who was the money going to? Riddle me that. He said, if you want, we can cancel it right now with no additional charge to you. We won't charge you anything. So I'm like, thank you so much. You can go ahead and cancel it. He says, no problem. Your booking has been canceled. Have a nice day. So I hang up. I said, thank you, Jared. Have a nice day. Whatever. And I sit back and I think to myself, why would Travelology tell me that they're going to charge me this egregious fee if the hotel is telling me that's never the case? It's not going to happen. Who made this shit up? Who made this? And then for the girl who works at Travelology to tell me like, oh, it's the hotel's policy and we tried to contact them and we'll try to get them to waive the fee for you. For her to try to spin this narrative and say like, oh yeah, like this is their policy, da da da. Who was the money going to? 2 days later, so the day before I was supposed to actually go on this trip, they actually did email me and was like, oh yeah, we contacted them, we were able to get it waived, da 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 da. Y'all are liars. But honestly, not for nothing, that's not even the end of the story. That's not even the end of the story, because remember the money they owed me from the excursion? They never sent me that shit. They never sent me that shit. May 11th, this refund was allegedly processed. Today is Friday, June 3rd. This morning when I woke up, I actually went on the website and I was like, let me track this refund to see where it is. You know what this website told me? They told me that on May 11th, when they processed my refund, on May 12th or something like that, my bank started to process it. What? What do you wait, what? So I'm going into my banking app and I'm like, I do not see I do not see a charge reversal. I don't see that they gave me my money back. I don't see anything like that. So I went ahead and I called my bank. So the lady gets on the line and she's like, hi, how may I help you? Da, da, da. So I'm telling her the situation. I'm like, listen, Travelology was supposed to give me my money back, and they said that you guys processed the refund 2 days after they processed the claim. So I don't see anything like that in my banking app. Is that something you guys are working on your end? I just want to know. She's like, oh, we don't see anything like that. Like, after I gave her all the information, she was like, yeah, we don't see a reversal. I see the original charge that you authorized, but we don't see a reversal. So she asked me, she's like, well, did they give you a time frame of when they're supposed to give you your money back? I said, yeah, 6 to 10 days. The lady on the phone was like, oh, absolutely not. That's been way too long. I was like, yeah, they said they were giving me my money back. So immediately she was like, we're gonna reverse the charge and we're gonna give you your money credit until they come back and give you your money back. So I'm like, okay, thank you, no problem. Because not y'all telling me 6 to 10 days and it's been almost a month. Where is my money? Run the motherfucking funds, because the bills is due today. Like, I just don't understand. Like, why are y'all, this is twice in a month. Y'all are repeat offenders, and it's never again. It's never again for these niggas. Never again. And y'all always be like, Leah, you know, do you do other stuff? Da, da, da. And I always tell y'all, I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere because every single time I try to go somewhere, it's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. Yeah. So I did get my money back technically, but it wasn't from Travelology. It was from my bank. If Travelology does not run me my actual refund in the next few days, they will hear from me. They will. I don't care that I got my credit back. I want my money. So yeah, that's the end of that story, you guys. It's like a story, a rant, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you leave me a like. Liking this video helps me a lot. It helps other people see my videos, and if you want me to start making more story times, make sure you hit that like button. It lets me know exactly what y'all want all the time. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. That is Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. That is in the outro and also in the description box down below. Call me Beat Me if you want to reach me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye y'all.
Shout out to everybody. I had fun.